Hey guys, NanoNexus here, with the first episode of a series of videos bringing you some gameplay and information on some exciting new games currently in alpha or their beta stages. We'll have action, innovation, side-scrollers, sci-fi and much more, but we're starting here with my horror selection. So we're starting here with Caffeine. This is a game being developed for PC using Unreal Engine 4. A lot of the game info is yet to be revealed, and it is being developed by a sole developer named Dylan Brown. Essentially, this is a sci-fi horror adventure first and foremost. So you awaken on what appears to be some kind of space station or spacecraft. You are a young boy with a noticeably short stature, and you are seemingly alone. Your only choice is to explore this structure to find out what exactly has happened. Now, this game is inspired by Fear, Condemned and Doom 3. The developer said that Doom is basically the visual influence in terms of the environments. Condemned has influenced the sound, immersive sounds of footsteps creaking, voices in the distance, and Fear has influenced these sort of scare moments in the game. So the game centres around exploration. It's a psychological horror experience, and there's no real focus on any combat scenarios, but there are extensive logs and notes scattered throughout the station, and Brown has hinted that there is something else aboard this vessel. So in this universe, caffeine is not merely a stimulant that we use to perk us up now and then. Here, humanity is essentially slave to this drug's addictive qualities, and you are actually on board a caffeine mining station. Apparently there are no other humans in the game. The only interaction with them for the young boy will be through pictures seen and audio clips heard. Brown has said in an interview that the interaction with the environment in Caffeine will include using various doors, machinery and even being able to rearrange parts of the station. In addition, there will be quite a few simple puzzle platforming sections within the station. He's also said that there will be enemies, though not in the standard sense. So here you've got one of those things where it's the narrative and the lore that are going to be really the thing that makes this game different and not get lost in this whole heap of survival horror games that we've got right now. So the main storyline is planned to be about 5 to 8 hours, but reading a lore and exploring the narrative left for you to discover seems like it might be a bit longer than that, I guess. So essentially this is just looking to be a really interesting game, really. It's not going to get lost among the heap of horror, as I said, I don't think. The graphics, firstly, are really impressive. Like as you wander around this incredibly detailed ship, the differences between the ultra bright lighting, sort of showing you how colourful some parts are, and yet these pitch black dim changes really mix up the visuals too, allowing you to refresh the scene and details again and again throughout gameplay. So, you know, this ship is a character in a way, which seems a bit cliche, but I don't know. That's what I felt playing it anyway. If you're interested in this one, be sure to go rate it on Steam Greenlight, and also check out the Indiegogo page if you feel like contributing to make this game happen, I guess. All of the links are in the description. Right, so next up we have Grave. This is a surreal open world procedural survival horror game. It's come to PC, Mac, Linux and Xbox One, I think, early 2015. It's on the Unity engine, and basically this game is an atmospheric horror game with quite inventive gameplay. So to start with, I guess the most important thing is that there's a day and night cycle which plays a big role in gameplay. The day you're searching for anything to help you survive really and explore to find new areas, and at night you're sitting tight really, trying to survive using light sources you've scavenged and exploring if you're brave enough really. No knives or guns to survive, you use light as a way to defend and eliminate the creatures out to get you. Sort of similar to Alan Wake, but in this one light is the actual weapon really, rather than in Alan Wake there was the guns to sort of finish off the enemies, but in this one it is just the light that you're going to be using. So there are various light sources, like putting oil on the ground and setting fire to it with matches, and using flares, flashbangs, things like that. It's scariest at the beginning with a sort of hunted feeling going on. It got a little bit silly in the demo for me when there was about 100 of the monsters running about. It wasn't as scary, but it's still good. Basically, this game uses the survival horror, tension and fear of modern horror games, but keeps that sort of strategy and survival elements. It sort of seemed like a hardcore version of Minecraft to me. I don't really know why. I think it was that first day of collecting, knowing that you got to get done by night or you're done for, basically. So apparently this is not just a roguelike or survival experience. Grave features a full story with multiple acts, strange characters and many unique elements taking advantage of the surreal setting. Now, I didn't see these in the demo, but it is being promised by the developers, so I'm looking forward to that, really. So overall, there's a feeling of vulnerability here. Frightening creatures mounting persistent attacks with each passing night, dynamic and procedural elements. Basically, these keep the experience from being predictable and make sure that effective strategy is crucial for survival. So this game was pretty fun. It was scary for a few goes, and then I sort of got used to it, but I think that's just comes with the demo, really. I think they'll make it a bit more slick, obviously. Now, as of the 23rd of April, this game has 4 days left on Kickstarter. If I can get this video out on time, you might be able to hop over and help these guys out. Right, so last but not least, we have Dreadout. This is a game by Digital Happiness. A group of high school students stray from the vacation trip and they discover an old deserted town. They begin to realise something sinister is happening as soon as they enter the town. The main protagonist, Linda, feels stirrings of a strange and mystical power within herself. Her own spiritual power might be the only way to save herself and her friends from an unknown evil. She has lots of modern gadgets at her disposal, smartphones, digital cameras, digital video cameras. She can interact with and capture the various kinds of unique Southeast Asian ghosts, and also to solve the many varied puzzles of the deserted town. Now, I actually deleted this demo from my computer the first time I played it, because I literally didn't think I'd be able to make a video using this, because I was too scared, in all honesty, which is really bad. It doesn't actually look that scary looking at the footage, but playing it, I don't know, it was late at night, I was scared. So, you're essentially exploring a haunted environment, you experience scary stuff, try and survive. If you loved the Fatal Frame series of games, also Project Zero I think it was called, you'll certainly enjoy playing this game because it's quite similar. The devs have also said that you can share your captured ghost images through popular social media sites. That sounds cool. Basically, yeah, roam about this creepy town on your own, only a camera on your cell phone to fend off these ghosts. I played a short half-hour taster of what the full game will be. The controls are a bit sort of Resident Evil-esque, really. They're not clunky, they're just, a bit difficult, but it's consistently scary, really, which is good. It's what you want from a horror, and it made me delete it. So it must be doing its job properly. Now for this game, the Indiegogo campaign has closed, it's been greenlit, so basically there's not much for you to do here in terms of needing to support the game right now, but you can go ahead and favourite it on Steam, Greenlight, and also keep an eye on it I think it's on Indie Database, or it's got its own site now actually, so dreadout.com. I'll put all this information in the description anyway, as I have said. So yeah, that brings us to the end of my horror selection. Next up, there will be simple sort of 2D games to oppose this scary video. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Please do like if you did, comment if you have any questions on the games or any comments in general, and please do subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.